Welcome, mystery lovers. Imagine boarding a plane in 1955, only to reappear 37 years later in the future. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, that's exactly what allegedly happened to Pan Am Flight 914. But the question remains, was it a time travel incident or something even more mysterious? Stick around as we dive into this mind-boggling story, along with other unsolved aviation mysteries that continue to puzzle experts to this day. You won't want to miss it. In July 1955, Pan Am Flight 914 departed from New York City, its destination set for sunny Miami, Florida. But the plane never arrived. No distress signal, no wreckage, just an eerie silence, as if the plane and its 57 passengers had vanished into thin air. Despite an extensive search, there was no trace of the aircraft. It seemed as though the flight had simply disappeared without a trace, leaving behind nothing but mystery. As the years passed without any answers, people began to wonder, what happened to that flight? Was it a tragic accident or something far more bizarre? Fast forward to 1992, when air traffic controllers at Caracas, Venezuela, encountered something that would baffle the aviation world. They were monitoring the skies when they noticed an odd blip on their radar, a plane heading straight toward the runway. Oddly, there was nothing else showing up on the radar. No other flights were in the vicinity. The plane was a vintage, propeller-driven model. It was a strange sight for the modern era of aviation. The controller, Juan de la Corte, made contact with the pilot, who identified the flight as Pan Am 914 en route to Miami. But Juan was shocked to inform the pilot that they were not in Miami, nor were they anywhere near it. The flight had veered off course by over 1,200 miles, landing in Venezuela instead of Florida. And there was something else. This plane had been missing for 37 years. The pilot, apparently unaware of the time discrepancy, asked Juan to confirm the current date. Juan replied, May 21st, 1992. The pilot's voice cracked with disbelief as he realized something extraordinary had occurred. The pilot opened the cockpit window, waving to the ground crew in a panic and shouting that he needed to leave. As he did so, a 1955 calendar fluttered to the ground. The crew and investigators were stunned. This was no ordinary plane. It was the same plane that had vanished in 1955. Before anyone could react further, the plane sped off the runway and soared back into the sky, disappearing once more. This strange event immediately sparked widespread speculation. Was it a time travel phenomenon? Had the plane somehow passed through a wormhole in space and time, transporting its passengers 37 years into the future? To many, the idea of a time warp seemed to explain the impossible reappearance. Theoretical physicists like Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking have long speculated about the existence of wormholes, shortcuts in the fabric of space and time. The theory is that these wormholes could connect distant parts of space, allowing for faster travel. Some even suggest that if such phenomena exist, they could also involve time travel, leading to theories of time loops and alternate realities. Imagine folding a piece of paper and poking a hole through it to connect two distant points. This visual concept is often used to explain how wormholes might work. Yet, while scientists have proposed the existence of such shortcuts, no one has ever proven they exist. But with the strange return of Pan Am 914, it seemed possible that this was the very phenomenon at play. However, there's another side to the story of a hoax. In 1985, Weekly World News, a tabloid infamous for sensational stories, published the tale of Flight 914. As you can guess, the magazine's reputation for concocting bizarre and outlandish stories led many to question the truth of the claim. The mystery was simply a work of fiction that was widely circulated online, becoming a part of popular folklore and often cited as evidence of time travel. The publication of this story would eventually raise more questions than answers, leading to a mixture of wonder and skepticism. What people did not realize is that this elaborate narrative had no basis in fact. The tale of Flight 914 was a creation of the tabloid press, designed to captivate and thrill its audience, not a real-world event. But the world of aviation is filled with genuine mysteries that still remain unsolved. One of the most infamous is the Bermuda Triangle, a region of the North Atlantic Ocean known for its strange disappearances. The boundaries of this area are marked by the cities of Bermuda, Miami, and Puerto Rico. Over the years, numerous planes and ships have vanished without a trace, adding to the area's legendary status. In December 1945, a squadron of 5 torpedo bombers known as Flight 19 disappeared while conducting a routine training mission. The planes encountered navigation problems when the leader's compass malfunctioned. As the weather worsened, radio communications grew frantic, and eventually the planes vanished from radar screens. Despite a massive search operation, no wreckage or bodies were found. To this day, the mystery of Flight 19 remains unsolved. Some people have suggested that UFOs are behind the disappearances, or that mysterious forces, perhaps tied to the mythical lost city of Atlantis, interfere with navigation systems. Others propose more grounded explanations, such as navigational errors leading to fuel exhaustion and crash landing at sea. But whatever the cause, no definitive answers have been found. The Bermuda Triangle's reputation has only grown over the decades, with every disappearance adding fuel to the fire. Yet, no one can truly explain why so many planes and ships seem to vanish in this region. The mystery deepens with each passing year. Then there's the case of Dan Cooper, the infamous hijacker who managed to pull off one of the most daring and mysterious acts in American aviation history. In November 1971, a man using the alias Dan Cooper boarded a plane from Portland to Seattle. Shortly into the flight, he approached a stewardess, claiming he had a bomb in his briefcase and demanding $200,000 in cash for parachutes and a fuel truck waiting for the plane's refueling. The plane landed in Seattle, where authorities complied with Cooper's demands. The hijacker released the passengers but kept the crew on board. Once in the air, he instructed the crew to lower the plane's altitude to 10,000 feet, and at some point, he jumped from the plane, disappearing into the wilderness below. A massive search was launched, but Cooper was never found. In 1980, part of the ransom money was discovered by a young boy along the Columbia River, but no one was ever able to definitively trace Cooper's identity or whereabouts. Some believe he survived the jump, while others are certain he perished in the wilderness. The case remains the only unsolved hijacking in aviation history. Then there's the strange case of the stolen Boeing 727, which took place in Angola in 2003. 2 men, Ben Padilla, an American pilot, and John Mutantu, a mechanic, managed to steal a Boeing 727 from Quatro de Fevereiro Airport. The plane took off without authorization and disappeared from radar. Despite investigations from both the FBI and CIA, the plane was never found. The motive behind the theft remains unclear, but the plane's disappearance only adds to the growing list of unsolved aviation mysteries. Where did it go? How could 2 men manage to steal a commercial jet and vanish without a trace? The plane's ultimate fate remains unknown. And lastly, we come to the case of Amelia Earhart, the legendary aviator who vanished in 1937 while attempting to circumnavigate the globe. Earhart's plane disappeared over the Pacific Ocean, and despite extensive search efforts, no wreckage was found. Many theories about Earhart's disappearance have been proposed. Some believe her plane crashed and sank into the ocean, while others argue she was captured by the Japanese during World War II. More recent expeditions have explored various islands where she may have crash-landed, but no definitive evidence has ever been uncovered. Until the wreckage is found, Earhart's fate remains one of aviation's most enduring mysteries. From unexplained disappearances to strange and baffling events, the world of aviation has given us some of the most mysterious and compelling stories in history. The disappearance of Flight 914 may have been a hoax, but there are plenty of real aviation mysteries that continue to defy explanation. What do you think happened to these flights? Are they the result of time travel, or are there other, darker forces at play? Let us know your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more unsolved mysteries. There you have it, folks. Some of the most perplexing mysteries in the world of aviation. Whether it's a time warp, a stolen plane, or unexplained disappearances, the questions remain unanswered. But we want to hear from you. What do you think happened? Are these events the work of something supernatural, or is there a logical explanation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another mystery. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.